Welcome, everybody, to Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a Western Conference matchup between the Alaska Storm and the Sioux Falls Sparrows. You are watching the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me in the booth is Hall of Famer Matt Willson. Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm great, Mike. Enjoying some delicious raspberry tea.
That sounds awful. Matt, we got two powerhouse teams here tonight. Both have top 10 offenses, top 10 defenses, great teams. These teams are currently number 1 and number 2 in an extremely competitive Western Conference. We're down to the final stretch here now in Season 11, and things are getting very interesting in the conference rankings. How critical is this game for each team and the other teams in the conference?
Yeah, this game has major playoff implications for the West. The Alaska win will almost certainly clinch the conference for them. However, Sioux Falls win could make things interesting down the stretch. The Sioux Falls loss, though, sets up an interesting matchup next week with our favorite team, the Mexico City Aztecs, for a possible number 2 seed in the West.
Do like those Aztecs. Looks like the Storm are getting the ball teed up. Sioux Falls will receive the kick. Riley Porter back to return for the Sparrows. And we are underway here in Liberty Park. Ball is taken back around the goal line. Porter returns it up to the 26. The Sparrows offense will take over, start the game.
Yeah, geez. Well,
not taking over anything.
Well, they're taking over from the special teams.
This is true. Matt, rookie sensation Colin Hart, he's been nearly unstoppable. He racked up 6 touchdowns last week. It's just it's crazy to think of the production that this kid has had so far this season.
Yeah, possible Rookie of the Year candidate.
So Hart takes the handoff here on first down, runs off to the right-hand side, and just like that, gains 8 yards on his first carry. Take a look at the Sioux Falls starting offense, led by quarterback Julian Tyree. At running back, as we mentioned, Colin Hart. Wide receivers, Sean Harrelson, A.J. Warren, Riley Porter, and tight end, Craig Hearn. Brings up a second down and 2. Play action. Tyree back to throw. Throws it over to the right-hand side to a wide-open Craig Hearn for a big gain up to the 48-yard line and a Sioux Falls first down.
As someone been reading Andy Hamilton's playbook, I'm having bad flashbacks. And I have play action out route. Or maybe Sioux Falls did it first. I don't know. I'll have to ask.
So first down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 48. Tyree under center, trips formation. 3 receivers split out wide to the left. Tyree back to throw. Throws to the left. Nearly batted away, but it's hauled in by Sean Harrelson. Brings up another first down and 10, and the Sparrows are already in Alaska territory.
Yeah, just the way they wanted to start it, get on top of Alaska early. Alaska's far less effective playing from behind than they are ahead, but no team is really taking it to them early on.
Tyree under center, split backs in the backfield. Tyree checks it down. Taken by Hart up to the 38-yard line. 3-yard gain on the play brings up a second down and 7. Let's take a look at the Alaska Storm defense. I would say it's fair to say that it's led by number 69, defensive tackle Alex Dominguez, big sexy. At linebacker, DJ Majesty. Yeah, right. DJ Majesty and Andrew Francis. Cornerbacks, Evan Carroll and Ryan Davidson. Free safety, Ryan Tobin. Those are your key players on this Storm defense. Another swing route thrown to Hart. Gain of about 5 brings up a third down and 3.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the matchup of the short passing games here. It depends on which defense can step up to the challenge now. That play action worked against Mexico City, but Dominguez might have a few things to say about that if they keep running it.
So third down and 3 from the 34-yard line, probably just outside of field goal range, maybe right on the brink of it. Play action. Tyree throws over the middle into double coverage, swatted away by 2 Storm defenders, and we will see if the Sparrows are feeling like giving Sammy Prefontaine a shot at the field goal. It looks like the punter, Max Mulholt, is heading out to the field instead.
That's a unfortunate circumstance.
Nice drive to fizzle out like that.
Let's see if they can pin him, or it's going to be only a 14-yard net.
Punter standing back around midfield. Plenty of time. Punt is away. Heads out of bounds at the 14-yard line, so not too bad, pinning it inside the 15. You'd like to have seen that go inside the 10, though.
Yeah, we must have some major wind here in Sioux Falls. Usually you don't see too many punts in the SFL go out of bounds. We like contact around here.
So the Alaska Storm offense take over at their own 14-yard line, led by quarterback Ron Cochran. Fullback Jason Williams and halfback Stanley Nordellis in the backfield. Wide receivers are Jeff Como, Robert Merrill, and Optimus Klein, the key players on your Alaska offense. And that ball is immediately thrown down to Jason Williams. No gain on the play brings up a 2nd down and 10. And Matt, Jason Williams, a first-round pick, 20th overall. Were you surprised during the draft to see a fullback go in the first round?
Yeah, honestly I was, but they've used him to great effect here, keep teams honest, and worth the pick, in my opinion. Well worth it.
Ball is handed off to Williams, trucking over a defender and gets a first down up to the 25-yard line. And yeah, I think that's kind of what you were talking about with, you know, they've used him well to keep people honest, and he's had a pretty good season so far.
You know, fullbacks are a little cheaper in the league, and so they're just using him as a running back. And I mean, if you can get runs like that at a very discounted rate, worth the investment. Might see that trend continue for some other teams.
Andrew Nyberg just taking the brunt of that truck right there. Got absolutely leveled. So first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 3 receivers set. Cochran back to throw, pump fakes, throws over the middle. Ooh, into coverage, and that one is incomplete. Looks like Jeff Como was the intended target. And let's take a look at your Sioux Falls defense. At linebacker, Alex Parker and Nick Fargo. Cornerbacks are Jay Ringgold and the aforementioned trucked Andrew Nyberg. At safety, Chris Dodd and A.J. Levy. His defense loves picking the ball off. See if Cochran can keep it safe here tonight. 4 receivers set to backfield for Cochran. Back to throw, going deep down the left sideline, and there's a pick right on cue. Returning it back to the 20, to the 10. He could go all the way, and he's in for Sioux Falls. Touchdown, Jay Ringgold.
Flapping those wings like a champ. I had to bring it back. It was a great play. The caca play of the game so far. Ringgold runs the route for the receiver. Great jumping grab, and then he is gone. What great speed on Ringgold.
Yeah, he's fast. You know, I mean, that was impressive to see. The pass was intended for Optimus Klein, who had a monster game last week. Almost 200 yards on 10 receptions and a pair of touchdowns. So, you know, obviously they're going to go back to the well. He's the leading receiver on the Storm. And they go to him, and Jay Ringgold ringing in his second pick of the season, his first pick 6. Just like that, the Sioux Falls on the board early here in Liberty Park. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. We'll be right back.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
I am Mike Daggs, along with Matt Willson. For those of you just joining us here in Liberty Park, as Jeff Como takes the kick return up to the 30-yard line. And, you know, Matt, obviously the Storm are not a team that, you know, would be afraid to be down early. You know, they certainly have the firepower to get right back in this one, you know, without even batting an eye. But are you surprised to see Sioux Falls scoring that quick up early like this?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the Storm are more of a conservative kind of offense. Ron Cochran, while accurate, does not have the biggest arm. So they win by efficiency over just raw yardage. And their defense really stepped up to the plate. You take away that, scoring without having even the defense being on the field, it kind of puts the offense into a bind. So they still have their work cut out for them.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 8 from the 32-yard line. Cochran back to throw. Quick pass over the middle. Fires into double coverage, and that is hauled in right about midfield. Going back to Optimus Klein. Cochran not afraid of that one interception he threw earlier. Goes right back to Klein and hauls it in.
Yeah, but great coverage by Sioux Falls there. It just was a better pass.
Ringgold
like I say, that's Cochran's bread and butter right there.
So Matt, Ron Cochran last week, he was 43 of 48 for 426 yards, 5 touchdown passes, 90% completions. Crazy. Play action. Throws an out route. Oh, and that one's almost returned for a touchdown by Ringgold as well. Dangerous throw.
That's what I'm talking about. Cochran's lack of arm strength could get him against these great corners of Sioux Falls. So you got to really zip the ball in there.
Brings up a 2nd down and 10. This defense, just all sorts of interceptions. Ringgold now with 2 on the season. Nyberg with 4. Levy with 4. Chris Dodd with 2. Everybody's just getting picks. Cochran, safe check down over the middle. Sioux Falls defense swarms him. Short gain,
yep.
3rd down and 8.
And as far as I've seen, like I say, Alaska's got a lot of those outs in their playbook, and this situation where one of those medium outs is not gonna work for you here. So hopefully they got something deeper dialed up, or else the Sioux Falls defense might get them off the field again.
That 90% completion rate last week is just very impressive to me. Cochran having a very accurate season. Deep down the left sideline, and that one's picked off by Ringgold again. Throws to Ringgold twice, and Ringgold picks it off twice.
Let's check Ringgold in coverage here. Just sits in his zone, and again, see the lack of air under that ball by Ron Cochran. It's not his game. It's not his game. And so now Sioux Falls is really in the driver's seat. If they can manage another touchdown here, boy, you've got Alaska in panic mode already.
So Julian Tyree back out onto the field with his offense. Hart standing to his side. Colin Hart leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Throw over the middle, hauled in. Sean Harrelson with the reception, gain of 9, 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, this is where Alex Dominguez and friends have to set up and get Tyree under some pressure and make him think about it. Because right now he's just sitting back in that pocket and just saying, yep, I can throw it wherever I darn well please.
I formation. Tyree hands the ball off to Hart, running around the left-hand side. Leveled. 3rd down and 3. And Matt, you mentioned Alex Dominguez, big sexy. 32 sacks on the season for that man. Not only does it lead the league, but the next closest guy has only 16. I mean, it's half of Dominguez's numbers. Like, you don't even need, right now they have, 3 down linemen? You only need the 1.
Like, Dominguez is a whole defensive line.
That's all you need. Hart with the handoff, taking up the left-hand side. Wrapped up, tackled, brought down DJ Majesty. No gain on the play, brings up a quick 3-and-out, 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, you pair up 2 linebackers with Dominguez there. You've got that's a front 7 in itself. And I think Hart's going to have a hard time running the ball today. I think they're going to have to take their chances down the field.
Punt is away. Taken back at the 30-yard line, brings it up to the 33, and we'll see Ron Cochran and come back out onto the field and try to get something going here on offense. And, this is a rematch of the Week 3 game. Sioux Falls kind of got embarrassed in that game by Alaska. They lost 37-3, so they've already put up more points than they did back in Week 3. And Hart, he only had 10 carries that day for 60 yards, and Julian Tyree had to throw the ball 37 times. Yeah, that hasn't been their formula for success since then. So we'll see what happens tonight. Cochran throws over the middle, complete. Gains about 6 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 4. That pass hauled in by tight end Jason Julian.
Yeah, that was too easy. Sioux Falls just immediately vacated like it was a Hail Mary. And Cochran, well, that improved his rating, I guess, 17.7.
He has more yards than quarterback rating at 26 yards. Cochran back to throw, throws over the middle, complete, and he is off to the races to the 30, the 20. Finally chased down and tackled. Optimus Klein with a huge gain.
Yeah, man, again, just Cochran throwing that quick let's see what kind of route we got here. Look at the middle of that. Oof. Sidearm delivery on the slant, and then Klein running down. Good thing for A.J. Leave here. He would have been gone. See you later. There's no one in the middle of the field.
Brings up a 1st down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Inside the red zone for the first time tonight for the Storm. Ball is handed off to Jason Williams. Gain of only 1 brings up a 2nd down and 9. And Matt, we talked about Williams and the success he's had so far this season. 652 yards coming into today, 6 touchdowns, averaging 4.4 yards per carry. Also has 2 touchdowns through the air. For a fullback, that's excellent.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting, close to running back numbers at fullback here.
Oh, trusted defender. I didn't see who that was. That's probably for the best. He just took his head off.
He's hit the floor.
We don't have a license for that song, Matt. Knock it off. 3rd down and 2.
No, it's a parody.
Oh, right.
Let the Sparrows hit the floor. See?
Yep. All fixed.
They're wearing a lot of yellow, so.
Sparrows in almost all yellow tonight. I actually like that. Looks good. Cochran back to throw on 3rd down and 2. Goes into the end zone. Too deep.
Oh, no.
Tries to hit Jason Williams. Would have been his 3rd touchdown through the air, but he is still a fullback. He might be a heavily paid fullback, but a fullback nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't care. The ball hits you in the hands, boy. You better catch it, or I'm reaming you out of the sidelines. That was a beautiful throw by Cochran, and Sioux Falls scrapes by with a field goal, only allowed, and again, big win for the Sparrow defense. Brad
Bretchett on for a field goal try. This one from 25 yards. Should be a chip shot for him. 21-22 on the season. Kick is up and through. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Kick return taken back to the 20-yard line by Riley Porter. Julian Tyree leading the offense back out onto the field for their 3rd drive of the day. Three receiver set, split backs in the backfield. Tyree checks it down to Hart. Actually, it looks like they say it was incomplete, which is for the best. It would have been about a loss of 2.
Yeah, definitely for the best. That's smart football right there. Looked like he was sad, but no reason to be sad. He would have lost a yard.
2nd and 10 from Will Sparrow, 21-yard.
So keep in mind, Sioux Falls has not scored on offense yet. They had the pick 6.
Right.
No, so far Alaska's holding up.
Tyree, quick check down to the left-hand side, hauled in by Sean Harrelson. Nice gain of 7, brings up 3rd down and an easily manageable 3.
And now the question, do you try to run Hart?
Yeah, I don't know how you
try to go.
don't. I mean, I know that this, obviously, like we talked about earlier, the defense is impressive up on the front, but, you know, I mean, Hart, 6.4 yards per carry on the season. We haven't talked about the season numbers yet, but he takes the handoff, runs around the right-hand side, and has all sorts of running room. He's out to the races, man. Past midfield, past the 40, 30. You said they haven't scored on offense. Well, guess what? They have now. Touchdown, Sparrows.
Yeah, you flexed Colin Hart. That was a heck of a run. Off-tackle run, beautiful blocking, and Hart showing the afterburners there. Yep, check out this blocking. Look, just had to hurdle over one guy.
Yeah, Hart.
That's it. He's gone.
Sean Harrelson running down the field, throwing that last block for him, blocked out a safety, and man, Colin Hart gone. 1,166 yards on the season coming in. 17 rushing touchdowns, make that 18 now, leads the league in rushing touchdowns, averaging 6.4 yards per carry, has a pair of touchdowns through the air. If he's not the offensive rookie of the year, who is? I haven't seen anybody better.
No. Especially to do that against Alaska, yeah.
Extra point is up and through. Sparrows 14, Storm 3. Here in Liberty Park, we're still in the first quarter, and we got all kinds of scoring going on. You know, Matt, last week, Tyree 21 to 31, 306 yards. Didn't have any touchdowns, 71% completion percentage. You know, they obviously are leaning on Hart to run this offense for them. You know, that was Tyree's numbers. I'm not sure if I misspoke and said that was Hart. Hart last week, 251 yards and 20 carries. He had 6 touchdowns in one game. I mean, that's just insane.
Well, okay, now I'll take that with a grain of salt because not usually on 20 carries, you're not going to get 200 yards. So
right, or 6 touchdowns. I mean,
no,
more than 25% of his carries were touchdowns.
Yeah, that's well. Right now, it's about.
I think that's where we're at.
We don't have any live stats. Join the stats team, but I think it's about right.
Could use somebody on stats today. Nobody volunteered. Cochran back to throw. 5 receivers over the middle. Double coverage again, but man, Optimus Klein, he's a hard man to defend against. 6'4", 225 pounds for the 4 seasons in the league. Optimus Klein.
Yeah, but you know, if you're Sioux Falls, you're okay with where that is. You know, your defense is playing tight. You know, these guys aren't wide open. These are all contested throws that Cochran's got to make. And he's already shown he's thrown 2 picks.
I was just going to say, I mean, Jay Ringgold's already, you know, has 1 more interception tonight than he had coming into the entire season. He's got 3 on the season. Ball is handed off to Williams. No gain on the play. That was a vicious hit. 2nd down and 10. And, you know, yeah, heck, if I'm Jay Ringgold, I'm going to say, go ahead, keep throwing it to Klein. Throw it my way.
Yeah.
He'll catch some, but I will too.
Sioux Falls linebackers are just tough against the run, so it might have to rely on the arm of Cochran.
Yeah, Alex Parker, Nick Fargo. We've called a few Sioux Falls games, it seems, this season, Matt, and man, those two are usually all over the board.
What the? Oh.
Jason Williams with the reception. I think that was Nick Fargo tried to make the tackle and missed, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see who actually ended up getting him. 3rd down and a short 1.
I saw that pass in my mind. I'm like, well, this is going nowhere. And all of a sudden, zoop, almost the 1st down.
So we see Chris Dodd. That might have been who ended up making that tackle. Cochran under center. Offset eye formation. Ball's handed off to Williams. Easily gets the 1st down and more up to the Sioux Falls 35-yard line. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Your score after 1, Alaska Storm 3, Sioux Falls Sparrows 14. So we get the 2nd quarter underway here in Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Cochran, 1st down and 10, 5 receivers back of the gun, deep down the left-hand side. Oh, nearly picked off again. Targeting Optimus Klein, Jay Ringgold right on his heels. Jumped to try to make that pick and couldn't get it.
Yeah, Klein caught it out of bounds, but Ringgold had it, so he had to throw it. Oh, whoa.
Max
Paul getting a little
challenging.
frisky with that flag, I think.
He loves
It did
throwing
not
that
look good to
flag.
me.
No,
Oh, he does. He loves waving it around. It might have just fallen out of his hand. We'll see.
Wow. It looked like he had a pretty good toss on that one.
Nah, he likes to practice.
So we take a look at this replay. Matt, I'm with you. Watching it live, I thought he was out of bounds, but hell,
Yeah,
his
that's out
one
of
foot-
bounds.
His left foot may have been down in bounds. We'll see.
His other foot touched first.
Place stands. So Max Paul loses the challenge. A rare loss for Max Paul. He seems to win most of the challenges I see him make.
I told you it just fell out of his hand.
He dropped it.
Never drop
So-
your flags, coaches. Get a little fanny pack for it.
Hold them tight. A fanny? Seriously, a fanny pack for your flag?
Yeah, flag.
Tuck
yeah.
it in your sock.
It-
This ain't the 80s anymore, Matt.
you don't want to reach down that
And
far. It's
you and I were alive in the 80s. I wonder how many of our viewers were. Play action on 2nd down and 10. Out route to the left-hand side. That one complete. Gain of 7. Optimus Klein again the target. By far the most popular, well, I don't want to say popular. I don't want to hurt feelings. The most targeted
Yes.
receiver. He has over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns coming into the day today. Had a monster game last week, as I mentioned. 200 yards on 10 receptions with a pair of touchdowns. 3rd down and 3. Ball is thrown short over the middle to a wide open Robert Merrill. Completed up to the 15-yard line inside the red zone again. Alaska obviously hoping for more than 3 this time.
Yeah, you don't want to be exchanging touchdowns for field goals in this game, but yeah, oof. Doesn't get much more wide open than that. I think I could have thrown that righty into that area.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen your throws. They're questionable. Oh. I'll stop. 1st down
No
and
mocking
10.
Hall of Famers.
1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 3 down linemen for the Sparrows. Cochran back to throw. Going into the end zone, and it's intercepted again. Picked off. That one hauled in by Chris Dodd for his 3rd on the season, and Cochran now with 3 interceptions on the day. Last week, 0 picks on 48 passes. And down goes the ref.
Oh,
Matt, what'd you see there?
a lot of bad throws and a lot of refs falling over. It's my expert analysis.
Anything in particular the Sparrows defense did?
They were in position for a bad throw.
Wow, that is some top-notch analysis. I kid. 1st down and 10. Hart breaking a tackle, getting up to the 25. Nice gain of 5, taking DJ Majesty on his back for a couple yards there.
Giddy up.
So 2nd down and
Majesty was a
5.
very sure tackler. I'm surprised that happened. But,
Yeah, 50 tackles
Hart's
on the
just doing
season.
his thing.
A sack and 4 tackles for a loss for DJ Majesty. Went for a Colin Hart ride that time. Play action. Tyree deep down the left-hand sideline. Ooh, he nearly throws an interception. Targeting A.J. Warren, nearly picked off by Evan Carroll.
Yeah, we've seen him run that play 3 times. First time was very successful. Second, third time, the Alaska defense was right there. So maybe go away from that for a little while when you're running back who scored a touchdown. But not today.
3rd down and 5. Tyree back to throw. Pump fake it. Down he goes. Big Sexy with his 1st sack of the day. Probably won't be his last.
And he kicks Tyree on the ground.
It
It's not a penalty in the SFL as long as you don't get hurt.
No, it's fine. It was a love kick. It's a thing.
Give your wife a love kick, see how she likes it.
I might get some paperwork at that point. We won't, we're not going to try it. So on 4th down and 9, Sparrows have to punt. Max Mulholt kicks it away from his own 10-yard line. Taken back by Jeff Como at the 40, brings it up to the 44. Alaska Storm looking to get something done here. They got down to the red zone twice now and only have 3 points to show for it.
That's a miss by Sioux Falls, though. You're going to pull an upset. you need these big plays to count. And right now, they've had a couple big plays, but they've had a chance to tack on three or 6 more points, and they just haven't been able to do it.
Cochran under center here on first down. Hands it off to Jason Williams. Gain of 5, second down and 5. Want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat with us here today. Davis Davis, he liked the stash cam. Said that quite a while ago. Thank you. Couldn't get around to it till now. Electric Aggie, Alex Dominguez, who, from what I'm reading, Matt, that was his 100th career sack. So congratulations to Alex Dominguez on getting the.
Well, he said 100 guys. I don't know. might be something. I think 4 of them were me at least.
Matt, he had like 8 on you in game 1. That pass checked down over the middle for a first down. Another wide open receiver, Jeff Como, with the reception up to the 41-yard line. Jay Ringgold, Mighty RX, a lot of other people in the chat here today. Glad to have you all with us. This game is sure to be a good one. Sparrows up early, but Alaska coming back down the field again. First down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 41-yard line. Cochran out route to the left-hand side, hauled in by Klein. Breaks Ringgold's tackle, but runs out of bounds. Second down and 5.
Yeah, there's the old Alaska offense I know and love. The out routes for days. Get 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. It's a very long death. And
yeah, keep your personal feelings out of this. I know we've played Alaska twice, and got just very sad by Alaska twice. But you must remain positive. We have a game to call. Offset I formation.
I was positive. I'm talking about this game.
Jason
Williams, look at Williams
runs it for a first down up to the 30-yard line. First down and 10 for the Storm.
Someone said out route cheese. So I don't know, chat. What flavor of cheese are out routes? That's the key. Cheddar, Swiss, Monterey Jack, Limburger.
I like a nice Colby Jack or a Pepper Jack, personally. Cochran changing the play at the line. Quick out route to the right-hand side. They say that one's incomplete. I thought Como may have gotten a foot down. Using college football rules here in the SFL, 1 foot in bounds is all it takes, unless you're trying to get a touchdown.
Yeah, unless you're in the back of the end zone.
2. On the sideline, you need 1.
And there you see Cochran's arm strength. That ball floated a little bit, and so took the receiver out of bounds.
Another 5-receiver set, 4 receivers in the tight end. Cochran back to throw. Goes deep down the right sideline, complete, and walk-in touchdown. Jeff Como into the end zone, and the Stormer on the board with a touchdown.
Yeah, I was thinking pick again. Cochran released that ball. I'm like, oh boy, he's chucking one to the other team in the end zone. But no, this thing was right out of the money. Oh,
yeah, it looked like he might have.
He stepped out.
Yeah.
Throw the flag.
Thought I saw a toe out of bounds there, and I was just going to comment about how Max Paul might have not been able to challenge that out route to Jeff Como. Because they've already used a challenge and already burned a timeout. They don't want to waste their challenges for the rest of the game. Obviously, that paid off. Not challenging it there is they're now into the end zone and have a touchdown on the board to go along with their field goal. 14-10 now as they close the gap between Sioux Falls and themselves. Sparrows get the ball back here momentarily. See if they can get something else going on offense. So a pair of offensive touchdowns each. Defensive touchdown for Sioux Falls. And a field goal. Brings us to the score that we have now. Ball is teed up. Brechet kicks it away. Riley Porter takes it at his own goal line. Running around the left-hand side. Gets up to the 23. And we will see the Sparrows offense come back out onto the field for another drive.
Yeah, they really need to get going now. Alaska's warming up, and they need to keep the pressure on. So why not give it to Hart? Give him a chance.
Yeah, he already does have a touchdown. He has a bunch of yards. No stats guy, no live stats today, so I can't really give you too
Look
terribly
out.
much information. Man, Dominguez almost got sack number 101, but instead Tyree able to wiggle his way away, gets the pass off complete for a big first down.
Yeah, that's some veteran pocket presence there by Tyree. Steps away into the block so the blocker can pick him up, and throws a nice pass.
Did you see Colin Hart trying to block Dominguez there?
He did his. That's all you got to do.
It just looked funny. He's just, 5'10" Colin Hart. All of 237 pounds. So a little bit of beef on a 5'10" frame, but Dominguez 6'2", 310. It was just, he eclipsed him. Hart takes the handoff, running straight through the middle, getting good yardage, gained 6. Now look at it. Look at that average. 13 yards per carry, 91 yards on the day. Obviously, most of it by that 72-yarder that he had.
Yeah, but he's still been very productive. And you have to give him gotta give him a shot, because he could break another one. And Alaska's playing way off here. I'd love to run.
Hart runs around the right-hand side. Oh, can't quite get it. Gains only 2, brings up a 3rd down and 2.
Wow. He had blocking. If he had read that a little bit better, he could have had at least 15 or 16 yards, but
DJ Majesty shutting that one down.
Yeah, if it wasn't DJ Majesty, if it was some other burger boy, I don't think it would have had the same effect.
Well, it was Majesty. So that
Does he have
run
a
went
crown?
away. He should. Hart takes the handoff, met in the backfield, and brought down for a loss on the play.
Oof.
Andrew Francis in the backfield. Matt, he's got 13 tackles for a loss coming into the day today. I mean, it's close to the top in the league as far as tackles for a loss. Only 1 sack. He doesn't get to the quarterback in the backfield a lot. But my gosh, he shoots through the line and tackles so many different running backs in the backfield. It's crazy. And another one right there. That punt taken back at the 21, brought up to the 27, 6 yards on the return. Ron Cochran will have the chance now to march his team down the field and claim the lead. They haven't held the lead yet once today. 4 minutes, 36 seconds to go here in the second quarter. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Hall of Famer bronze bomber Matt Willson. First down and 10 from the 27. Cochran, play action. Under pressure, gets the throw away. A wobbler, but it's complete for a gain of 9. Hauled in by Como, now with 49 yards on 3 catches.
Yeah, the Alaska offense is humming, and that Sioux Falls lead is looking awfully thin. I mean, Cochran maybe got his picks out of the way. You wouldn't think he'd throw them anymore.
Second down and 1. Cochran under center, hands the ball off to Williams. All kinds of running room up to the 45-yard line. Nice big gain, first down and 10.
Yeah, Williams won't get that, 60, 70-yard run, but he'll hit you with those body blows over and over again. And when he gets blocking like this, I mean, it's rough.
Andrew Dyberg combines with Nick Fargo for the tackle. First down and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Cochran under center. Sioux Falls defense playing off the receivers quite a bit. Handed off to Williams, met right at the line, maybe even a little bit behind it. Tackled for no gain, second down and 10.
You see what happened there, though? He froze. He didn't hit the hole hard. He just hesitated, and then once he hesitated,
too late.
No hole.
Tyrone McGee with the tackle. Trips formation here on second down and 10. Cochran back to throw. Throws over the middle to Como, complete for about a 12-yard gain up to the 41-yard line. First down.
And like I said, that Alaska offense is humming, moving the ball down, clean pocket. Nice throw right down the middle of the field.
Yeah, Cochran
That's
actually
Alaska
went down
football
on that.
right there.
He actually just barely got that throw away. I think Nick Fargo was in the backfield if I saw it correctly.
Well, you're not gonna phase Cochran too much. With,
it's the thing. Cochran didn't even move. He's just standing there.
No.
People coming in, and he's like, "Listen, I got a ball to throw. I'll get it there." Cochran back to pass again, deep down the left-hand sideline.
Oh!
Klein beats Ringgold on that play. That ball had plenty of air underneath it. Klein now with 122 yards on the day.
That's the advantage of the Cochran's balls have a little more arc under them, and as you can see there, that ball was beautifully arced over the defender. Or someone maybe a little bit stronger arm, you get a little bit of a flatter trajectory, and that ball could be batted away.
So first down and 10, back into the red zone. Throw over the middle, complete, trying to get his way in the end zone, and they say he is in for the touchdown. Jeff Como with his second touchdown of the day.
Let me see this one. Looked like his feet were in. I don't know if the ball was in.
I think it might have just crossed right there, and then his knee goes
I don't
down.
think so. I think he's short, but.
And so does Sioux Falls as they throw that challenge flag.
This time McGee ain't keeping the flag in his pocket. See, he's got the proper gear for the flag.
Don't tell me he's got a flag pack.
Oh, you know it. See, I don't think he crosses the goal line.
Definitely.
I mean, look where his shoulder is.
Yeah, first down and goal at minimum.
After review, the player did cross the plane. The Sparrows will not be charged with a timeout.
And it looks like Sioux Falls has won the challenge. So the ball is placed at about the half-yard line. And, Matt, is there any other play other than just hand it off to Jason Williams and let him get his 7th touchdown of the season right here?
Yeah, you just give it to him on a dive.
Yep.
I mean, Sioux Falls isn't even a goal line set here. This is easy work for Williams.
Cochran under center. He will throw. Checks it down to Stanley Nordellis and tackled for basically no gain. Nick Fargo wraps him up and brings him down. 6 tackles on the day.
Moly.
And, Nordellis, not exactly who I would have gone to there. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Alaska Storm 10, Sioux Falls 14, but Alaska knocking on the door.
I don't know. Between this game, the Syracuse game, some of these goal line decisions make me scratch my head sometimes.
That was a rough day yesterday watching Syracuse Orange down at the goal line, constantly getting stopped, but thumped Florida State. Cochran now in the gun. Cochran back to throw, throws into the end zone, and it pays off. It's a quick and easy touchdown right there for the Alaska Storm. Optimus Klein hauls in his first touchdown of the day.
And now that Sioux Falls lead has been erased from existence.
It has.
Beautiful throw by Cochran, right on the money. And like I said, Sioux Falls had that, that Cochran was throwing picks. They had that Colin Hart run. Everything was going their way, and then if their offense stalls against Alaska, you're going to be in trouble. You got to keep pace with them.
Yep, absolutely. Colin Hart still having a decent day, and Tyree being safe with the ball so far. Extra point is up and through. Alaska Storm 17, Sioux Falls 14. Under 2 minutes to go. Sparrows met with all 3 timeouts, get the ball back, and minute 58 to go here. Plenty of time to work your way down the field. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw away your offensive playbook. I think you can still hand it off to Hart, see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, you have your full playbook available. Just have to come away with some points here.
Optimus Klein joining us in the chat. He likes to move it. Riley Porter spins his way up to the 23. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here today, here in beautiful Liberty Park.
17-mile-an-hour winds. Good thing I didn't wear a hat.
It's quite a blustery day here. Sunny and 85, but 17-mile-an-hour winds. I did wear my hat, but as you can see, it is gone, it blew away. Quick throw! Wow. Whoa! That was a bullet pass over on the left-hand side, complete. They say he only gained 9. I thought he was well past the first down marker. I don't think I've ever seen a throw that hard. A.J. Warren's able to haul it in, though.
I think I lost some hair on that one.
That's just old age kicking in, Matt.
No. I still have all my hair.
Oh, well, except for what you just lost. Just
It'll
going by
grow
what you
back.
said. Tyree hands the ball off to Hart. Met in the backfield, breaking a tackle and carrying a couple of defenders up to the 39-yard line, and the Sparrows are going to go into the no huddle. Tyree under center I formation. Tyree back to throw, checks it down to Hart on the right-hand side. Smashed by Andrew Francis. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. A little confused by the no huddle. I would call a timeout and get into a better set here. Hart takes the handoff, met at the line again and tackled, and there's the timeout. I think they might have realized that that wasn't quite what they wanted to go into a no huddle drill here.
Yeah, well, might be too little too late. We'll see. 3rd and 11 is still very convertible, but can't hang around too much with Dominguez lurking.
Jay Ringgold in the chat saying Optimus Klein is a beast, but yet Ringgold has 2 picks on balls thrown to Klein's way. Just saying. Trips formation to the left-hand side. Throw is over to the left. 1st down yardage and more. Tackled inbounds, so they'll hurry back to the line on the Alaska side of the field. Need to get to at least, I'd say, the 30 to be in field goal range. Inside of that to be more comfortable. Tyree back to throw. Throws to the left again. Tipped.
Yeah.
Batted away as that pass was intended for Sean Harrelson.
They ran the same play, and Alaska was all over it. They didn't audible at the line, as you saw. So now they have time to pick up another play. It's like a free timeout.
36 seconds to go here in the first half.
Dominguez hungry.
Only 1 sack on the day for Dominguez. He's obviously looking for a couple of more at least. Empty backfield for Tyree. Quick throw over the middle.
Oh,
Swatted away by DJ Majesty. 3rd down and 10.
I think he needed some of that zip from that 2 passes ago. It was kind of a little behind him and a little bit, I don't know, didn't have the velocity that you probably would want on a throw like that. So.
From just across midfield, 3rd down and 10. Trips formation over to the right. Tyree back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws it. Oh, swatted away again. Incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down and 10. And the Sparrows will have to punt. That pass swatted away by I.B. Lurkin.
Well, they sent the blitz, and Tyree did not step into that throw. So the lack of velocity again hurt him.
Max Mulholt on to punt again for the Sparrows. This time from his own 40-yard line. Punt is away. Comes down at the 10-yard line. Jeff Como immediately met by the gunner. Down he goes. Bobby Carpenter with the tackle. And 22 seconds, 2 timeouts, 86 yards. What are you thinking, Matt?
Fullback dive. You got the lead. Why risk an interception? You give Sioux Falls a field goal.
Yeah, there's already been
I don't think it's worth it.
No, I agree. 3 receivers set. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back, Matt. We love that formation. Cochran will throw. Checks it down to, I believe that's Stanley Nordellis. It is. Gain of 1. And it looks like he got out of bounds. Chris Down on the tackle.
Oof.
It's only 85 yards to go now. 17 seconds. 2 timeouts. What are you thinking, Matt?
Nordellis looked like he tore his ACL. He was about moving.
He'll be fine.
I think Dominguez runs faster than poor Nordellis. He's a true burger boy.
2nd down and 9, and now Jason Williams back out onto the field. He does get the handoff. Fullback dive, runs up the middle. Nice gain of about 6. Brings up a 3rd down and 3. But that will bring us to halftime, I believe.
Yeah, they're not going to run another play. Like I said, happy being up 3. They totally turned the momentum around in their favor as Alaska.
So your score at the halftime, Alaska Storm 17, Sioux Falls Sparrows 14. We got a close one here in Liberty Park. If there's anybody back home that's not watching this game, call them up, get them in here. This is a good one. See how this one finishes up. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Liberty Park, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Mount Rushmore kind of fakely sitting in the background, but it still looks nice. Sparrows getting the ball teed up here to kick off to the Storm. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator this evening, alongside Matt Willson, Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame ceremony was great, Matt, at the convention. It's really fun to be down there in Texas. Good to see you earn that honor. Jeff Como, nice return up to the 32-yard line. Alaska Storm will take over on offense to get things going here in the second half.
Yes, and if you, oh my God, puberty's kicking in.
Well, it happens in your late 30s.
Yeah. I'm 14 going on 40.
It happens. It's all good. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that it was a great time, and if you didn't make it down this year, please make it down next year. You're missing out.
Two receivers over to the right-hand side and only one defensive back. Cochran under pressure,
Whoa.
and he is going to go down for the sack, and that is how we get the second half started. Lennox Sanders with a huge sack.
He took a sip of a drink and crushed the can on his head. Lennox.
I didn't see that, but he's a
was
beast.
a celebration. I think he's taking something illegally.
You know, Lennox
We've got-
Sanders, you know, Matt, he's a big boy. If he was to stand next to Dominguez, he's actually bigger. He's 6'4" and 320 pounds. A whole lot of beef. Cochran back to throw. Wobbler over the middle, and that is hauled in. Optimus Klein with the reception up to the, oh gosh, it's not even Klein. That one was hauled in by Jose Galino. Big gain up to
They've
the 44.
stolen our Mexicans. Jose, come home. Yeah. Jose, where do you go?
Well, he's up in Alaska. Well, actually, he's in Sioux Falls right now.
He's confused.
First down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Way to recover from that sack. Play action. Cochran throws to the left-hand side, throws out of bounds for Klein. Incomplete pass.
Well, there you see the pocket presence of Ron Cochran. Does not have the best arm in the world, but, you know, that thing's collapsing around him. He's not moving an inch. To sack Ron Cochran, you have to touch him. Like, just the pressure is not going to make him move.
So second down and 10 from the Alaska 44-yard line. Trips formation to the left. Cochran under center. Play action again. Checks it down to, oh gosh. Checks it down to Jason Williams. Tip drill nearly picked off.
Dropped another one.
Alex Parker had his hands on it, and I think he would have gone right back to the house. Was that Nordellis he threw it to? I thought it was Williams. Yeah, it was Nordellis.
Bong. Go back to flipping burgers, Nordellis.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how much would that have meant to the Sparrows if Parker had picked that off and ran it in to the house? They regained the lead, and it would have been 2 touchdowns for the defense. That's the sort of big play that they need to really stay in this game against a team as potent on offense as the Storm. Cochran, quick pass over the middle, complete. Hauled in by Klein, first down and 10 to the 39-yard line. And look at those stats.
You just don't see Alaska receivers ever drop a ball. If it hits them in the hands, they can take the contact, and it just doesn't affect them. I mean, look at this throw. Klein gets whopped right here, and no matter how much you rip the ball out, it's
right. And you're not talking about a couple of scrubs here, you know, in coverage. That was Jay Ringgold and Chris Dodd. I mean,
Mike,
what?
I don't want no scrubs.
That's a conversation for later. Cochran back to throw. Under pressure, and he is sacked yet again.
Oof.
Oh, I was hoping for the can crush. It wasn't to
No
be
can
this
crush
time.
this time.
No,
It's a different guy. It's Morton. No
Marcellus
replay
Morton,
either. That poor man.
6'6" Marcellus Morton, defensive end for Sioux Falls.
What are these getting these guys? They're giant. Ginormous.
Second down and 18.
Ginormous.
Cochran laughs at second down and 18. Throws it into triple coverage. There's a drop for you, Matt. Well, not a drop. I mean, Jeff Como, the target. It's hard to catch it sometimes with 3 guys around you. So that's the recipe for success. You can't do double coverage. You need triple to defend
Hit a
these
Sioux
Alaska
Falls
receivers.
player in the back, so that's why.
It's no excuse. I demand catches. I want touchdowns. So A.J. Levy picture there on the screen. A.J. Levy is one of the many people we met at the convention. Man, it was definitely a great time. Well worth the trip down there. Cochran in the gun. Met Ron Cochran, too. Drove him to the airport. Throws it down to the right side.
No!
Oh, nearly intercepted. Andrew Nyberg in coverage that time. Pass was intended for Robert Merrill. Haven't seen a lot out of Merrill today.
You had one job, Nyberg. One job. Actually, it was good coverage by Nyberg, but when a guy turns like that, it's just like catching fish in a barrel or shooting fish in a barrel. Yeah. Whatever. There's fish, there's a barrel.
There's something involving fish and a barrel. Are the fish alive? Nobody knows. Yeah, Ron Cochran, a really nice guy. It was fun meeting him down at the convention. You know, after absolutely destroyed us on opening night. Wow, look at that punt down at the 2.
Lord.
And what I was going to say is, you know, as I was driving Ron to the airport as we were getting ready to leave, and you know, I thought, man, after the shellacking that he gave us and embarrassing us on opening night of the convention, I was considering taking him like somewhere in Dallas in like some sort of shady neighborhood and just dropping him off and taking off and leaving him there.
Ron's had enough to go through his life. He doesn't need any more of our, you know. Leave the poor man alone. He's got a mustache.
Hart takes the handoff, breaking one tackle, can't break the second one. Gain of 2. Getting a little bit out of the shadow of their own end zone, up to the 4-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, this is one of the areas where Hart's got to earn his money. You got to get it. You can't take that safety. You know, now they're at the 4, they got a little more room now. Perhaps they can operate.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a 96-yard touchdown scamper right here. Hart takes the handoff, running around the right side. Oh, I couldn't call that one. That one was stopped by DJ Majesty, the king himself. 3rd down and 7. Max Paul not a huge fan of me suggesting that I take his quarterback to a shady neighborhood in Dallas. Don't worry, it's too late. We'll just drop him off in the middle of the desert. I hear you can drink from a cactus. Good luck to you. Tyree to throw. Oh, batted away. Trying to hit Sean Harrelson on the out route. Can't do it. That one's swatted away. Brings up a 4th down and 7. And Mulho is going to have to punt for the Sparrows out of his own end zone.
I'm not sure which way this wind is blowing, but he's at the back of the end zone. It's not going to be a great punt to begin with. That wind's blowing against him. I mean, Alaska can get the ball at the 30. If it's the other way, it might get to the 50. So, well, this will be a good wind test right here.
Punt is away right from the back of the end zone, and it looks like the wind's probably blowing straight in his face as it falls down at the 39, gets it up to the 35, and man, a really short field here for the Storm with the lead.
Yeah, it's not where you want to be. If you're Sioux Falls defense, you just got to say, okay, they're probably going to get 3. Let's just keep it that way.
Right, yeah. I mean, surrendering 3 doesn't hurt them much. Surrendering anything is obviously not ideal, but you know, they surrender 3, still they get a touchdown and take the lead again. Trick formation to the right-hand side, play action for Cochran, goes to the right-hand side on an out route, complete for a gain of 7. Jeff Como went on the reception, 83 yards on the day on 6 catches. Yeah,
and I mean, you should just ignore the play action if you're Sioux Falls.
Yeah, they
haven't ran Nordellis all day. I mean, if he runs, he's only get about 2 inches because he's as slow as Alex Dominguez, so don't worry about it.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a handoff to Dominguez. Williams will take a handoff, though, gets a 1st down and a couple more up to the 23-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Storm.
Well, yeah, I mean, some guys in this league, it's very rare, but you know, they could have a two-way player attribute and play both ways. So I'd love to see Dominguez at fullback. Imagine that blocking beast.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Williams takes a handoff, running around the right-hand side up to the 21-yard line. Gain of 3 brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Apparently, Max Paul gave DJ a neck roll, and he wore it. He didn't like it. I like the neck roll. Makes you look more mean.
I hate neck rolls. They should be banned from the league.
Oh,
looks like you're wearing a traveling neck pillow. It's ridiculous. Como takes the ball up to the 15-yard line, 3rd down and 1. Steps out of bounds.
And now I would expect Jason Williams. I've been wrong before, but I would put the house that I own on this run.
You don't own a house.
Shh. You're ruining the joke.
Literally everybody could hear the asterisks on that one, Matt. The house that I own, because that's how people say things. Williams takes the handoff, stopped at the line, and he is wrapped up. Tackled for no gain on the play. 4th down and 1. A.J. Levy swarming in there and getting him stopped. Brad Bretchett comes out onto the field for the field goal, and Matt, you get to save the house that you own.
He might be.
And the offense staying out on the field. I thought I saw Bretchett running out there, but then he ran back.
Well, I almost be tempted to run with this front, but I think
only 3 down
points is more. Yeah.
And it looks like Cochran's just going to hut away, trying to get the Sparrows to jump. They are far too disciplined for that, and Alaska has to burn their first timeout of the half. 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cochran strolls to the sideline as Bretchett comes back out onto the field. Now 22 of 23 on the season. See if he can make it 23 of 24.
Dominguez saying he's not slow. One man reports clocking him at 4.5, and Mighty's corrected that with a 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5 on a 40. I think I could hop on 1 foot a little bit faster than that.
I don't care how slow he is. No one's going to bring him down.
Exactly. I still want to see it. 31-yard field goal try is up and through. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. We'll break for a brief word from the SFL.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
And look at that, Matt Dominguez saying he's going to run the ball next year. I can't wait.
Please. I want to see Alex Dominguez, the running back.
Just have him subbed in at fullback or something. I mean, think about it. You have Jason Williams and Dominguez standing back in the backfield. You know, what are you going to do?
Jason Williams moves to running back and Dominguez moves to fullback. Good luck.
Listen, let's be honest, though. You just want Dominguez to move to fullback for one reason, and it's not to see him run the ball. You're tired of getting sacked. Tyree in the gun. 4 receivers set. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Slightly maybe in panic mode. Firing over the middle, and that one is incomplete. Into quadruple coverage intended for Sean Harrelson. 2nd down and 10.
And again, I'll remind you, Sioux Falls, 7 points. Their first 7 was a pick 6.
Right.
Their second 7 was a long run. They really haven't sustained a drive the entire game against the Alaska defense.
I formation here on 2nd down and 10. Tyree under center hands the ball off to Colin Hart, met at the line and stopped for no gain on the play. Still averaging 7.1 per carry, but DJ Majesty with the tackle.
Yeah.
No gain.
He's getting his revenge. He got trucked earlier in the game, and he's like, no, not this time, sir. Dominguez wants Williams to block for him.
Tyree back to throw. Quick pass down the center, and it's complete up to the 37-yard line. And, man, another zip out of Tyree to A.J. Warren. It's like every time he throws it to Warren, the thing just flies.
No pun intended. Yeah.
Yeah,
right in the breadbasket.
Obviously, it flies when he throws it.
Now it moves through the air. Does it have wings?
Oh, well, it doesn't need wings.
It has kinetic energy.
Right. That's what else you can learn here when watching an SFL broadcast is physics. Next,
I went to
we'll
school
talk
for
about
7 years.
Centrifugal force. Offset I formation. Hart with the handoff, running down the right sideline. Man, that looked dangerously like the 72-yarder we saw him break away earlier. That one only for 6. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
And yeah, if you get wonderful, the blocking was not as clean as before. And if he had, yeah, he could have gone, and that would have really spiced things up.
Shout out to Nick Hill in the chat. Looks like he was searching around YouTube today and found our live stream. Welcome to the game, Nick. If you'd like to find out more about the SFL, please join our Discord channel. Somebody can do me a favor and post a link to the Discord channel so that Nick can join in on the league. We are a esports simulation football league hosting our games on YouTube and Twitch, and lots of things that you can do here. You can be a player on a team. You can be a coordinator on a team. There's all sorts of different ways to participate. Heck, you can join the live stats team. I don't have anybody on live stats today and would love to have you be here. Andy Hamilton helping me out with the getting a link to Discord. Or maybe he's just welcoming Nick. Nope, no link.
Good old Andy, better late than never, Hamilton.
Don't knock him. I'm trying to get him to help me out here. So 1st down and 10. We got a game to call. Matt Hart takes the handoff, runs up the middle. Nice gain of 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 up to the Alaska 46-yard line.
Another new person, Leo Lynn. Welcome.
Let's go.
Glad to have everyone here for this exciting game.
Excellent game here in Liberty Park. Offset I formation. 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hart takes the handoff. Oh, crushed in the backfield. Tackle for a loss on the play. Huge loss. 3rd down and 8. IB Lurkin with another tackle.
IB tackling.
No, he's still
It's
lurking. IB Lurkin.
They see me lurking. They hate me. Oh. I can't resist, folks. I have to sing.
Oh, it's awful. Trips formation, left-hand side. Tyree back to throw. Has time, but then pressure finally gets there. Incomplete pass. 4th down and 8, and the Sparrows are going to have to punt again.
They're like a bird. They want to fly away into the end zone with this punt.
So for a lack of any sort of link to the Discord server, let me post a link to our website if YouTube will allow it. It's grayed out. I don't know if that meant it went through. If I can't post the link, there's a little red light by it too. Visit simulationfl.net if you are new to our game here. Simulationfl.net will give you all the information that you need about the league and a link to the Discord server. Join us in Discord, and Director of Player Personnel will wait to see you send a little message in the introductions channel. Tell us about yourself a little bit. Get you added in to the server and get you started on earning some points for the rookie draft, which will be coming up for season 12. We're in our 11th season already. Cochran back to throw. Swing route. Look at that. Matt Stanley Nordellis with a catch. Gains 3. Ringgold with another tackle. 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Ringgold's been all over the place against Alaska. It's one guy they'd like to remove from the game, but he's still around.
I've tried like 3 different ways to type our website link. YouTube is fighting me at every turn. Optimus Klein takes the catch over the middle, gains about 6. 3rd down and 2.
And he needs to give you the magic wrench. All casters should have the wrench. At least all play-by-play guys, so they can help out new guys in the league.
I have no wrench. I have a sword on Twitch.
Well, that's the same thing.
God, I want the wrench.
Well, look at the hot dogs back there. Anyway.
Could go for a hot dog. Crowd here on their feet. 3rd down and 2. Cochran, easy out route complete to Jeff Como up to the 29-yard line. Nobody even defending him. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, and he's really settled in, Cochran, to a groove now. They throw out the plays where he was just chucking it into the sky. Figured out, yeah, these corners are too good for that. And we're going to run some more out routes and some more middle in routes, some screens, make it easier on the run.
First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Trips formation to the right. Cochran play action. Throws to the left. Complete to Optimus Klein. Gain of 7. Brings up a second down and 3. And for those of you that are new to the league and joining us for today's broadcast, man, we got 49 viewers right now and counting. It's been slowly climbing throughout the afternoon. Would love to see it hit like 60, 65. Got to get some extra people in here real quick. Hey, look, there's a link to the Discord server. End of the third quarter, Alaska Storm 20, Sioux Falls Sparrows 14. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. So, again, for those of you that are new here, we are in our 11th season. This is week 10. We'll have 13 weeks of regular season action, then the playoffs, followed by the championship game. Cochran going deep down the middle into triple coverage, and that one is hauled in. Hauled in for a huge catch by Optimus Klein up to the 40-yard line.
More play action out of the shotgun this time, and looked like, I mean, was it zone? I think it was zone, but Klein just torched anybody in his way. I think AJ went for the pick and missed. And that was just a horrible display of coverage by the Sioux Falls defense. They can't let Alaska gain another inch at this point.
Yeah,
they're almost in field goal range.
Yeah, Bretchett's got quite a leg on him. He can easily hit one if they make it up probably only 5 more yards. Going deep down the right side. That one swatted away. Chris Dodd in coverage. Excuse me, that was not Chris Dodd. Andrew Nyberg in coverage. I think Dodd might have been with him, but Nyberg swats that one away. Brings up a second down and 10.
Looks like a corner route, corner fade combo, and it did not. Those are the kind of throws that were getting Cochran in trouble in the first quarter. It just kind of sits up there for way too long. 2 Sparrows in the area.
Brings up second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. 10 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in our ball game. Cochran under center. Play action. Throws to the right-hand side, out route complete, and sliding out of bounds is Optimus Klein. Nice gain on the play, brings up a third down and 1. And if you look at that quarterback comparison, there was 3 picks, but a couple of touchdowns, over 300 yards for Cochran. Tyree, just statistically speaking, more of a game manager. I mean, he's got 1,931 yards, so now over 2,000 yards on the season, 6 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, 67% completion percentage. So. Ball is handed off to Jason Williams. Trucks his way through to the 24-yard line. Easy first down for Williams. He's good for usually about 4 to 5 per carry.
Yeah, that's why they paid him. You need to get that 1 yard, just run that dive, and then watch him destroy your first line of defenders. And now they're definitely in field goal range. And I don't know, Sioux Falls got feeling a little bit of anxiety. I know I am for him, as this Alaska machine just keeps moving ahead.
Yeah, the defense hoping to get a turnover here in some way. Cochran back to throw, steps up into the pocket.
Oh!
Swatted away. Big number 99, Tyrone McGee. I think that was McGee.
It said Summers.
Summers, Johnny Summers. They showed Johnny Summers. That was McGee's right there in the middle of the screen right now. I don't know why they cut to Summers there. Our truck has had some issues today.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it was Summers in coverage.
Summers.
What do I know? 4 down linemen for the Sparrows. Split backs flanking Cochran to each side. 3 receivers set.
Watch out for the play action. Yeah.
Changing the play at the line. Cochran out route, left-hand side, hauled in. Ooh, late hit, but no flag. Klein, 13 catches, almost 200 yards and a touchdown, rivaling his numbers from last week, 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Klein hoping to get another one here on the board.
It's a tough one now if you're Sioux Falls. You don't want to let them get the first down with an out route, but if you play up against the out route, Cochran has shown the ability to throw it into the end zone with some accuracy.
Cochran back to throw from the 19, going towards the end zone right now. Diving catch into the end zone for the touchdown. Robert Merrill, but a flag on the play.
Late hit. It's got to be a late hit.
What a catch, diving into the end zone.
Late hit.
Late hit as he was down Looks like he got hit. Zeno Saika with the late hit.
He's playing him all the way, and then he, oh my, ow.
And Robert Merrill, not a lot of action out of him tonight, but I guess saving it for when it counted most, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you can only catch one ball, it should be a touchdown. You know, that's what you want to do as a receiver.
Extra point is up and through. Alaska extends their lead 27-14 over the Sparrows. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Breakaway for one final word from the SFL.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
Oh, Chris Curtis was still talking in his Discord ad. Holy crap. Riley Porter just got his head taken off. Travis Carroll joining us, watching our game now. Welcome to the SFL. As you just heard Chris Curtis say in the ad, join our Discord community. There's a link if you scroll up in the chat a little bit. Andy Hamilton provided a link to join our Discord server or visit simulationfl.net. The link is there. You can find out more. Colin Hart runs to the right-hand side for -1, now 114 yards and a touchdown on the day. And, Matt, so far this season, Sioux Falls has not lost if Colin Hart has had over 100 yards, now in danger of me being able to not say that anymore.
How many yards does he have?
114.
Wow.
Most of that gained on that 72-yard scamper he had, I think, back in the first quarter. Play action. Tyree. Breaking one. Oh, nearly sacked. Breaks it, and then goes down. Like
there's that play action we've seen over and over and over again. I say if you're going to beat it, you got to bring pressure. Look at Dominguez. He misses the sack, but he causes Tyree to just curl up in a fetal position, and his brother-in-arms finishes the job.
Third down and 15. Tyree stepping up, and he is wrapped up and sacked. Big sexy Alex Dominguez with his second on the day brings up a 4th down and 21.
He gets no blood on the water.
Well, they're all the way back to their own 10-yard line, but would you even consider going forward at this point, or is this definitely a punt it, hope the best comes out of your defense?
Yeah, you can't get 21 yards. I don't.
Yeah, it's just
you could try, but it's
too far.
Yeah, if you can stop Alaska, you got 3 timeouts. It's still possible.
Fair catch called for
at
the 39-yard line. A terrible punt. And they're maybe 4 yards away from field goal range to turn this into a 3-score game. That
might have been a win situation right there.
Definitely. Well, actually, it would still be a 2-score game, wouldn't it? Because they could get up to 30, and then you'd need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie it up.
Our infamous math game is totally on point.
Absolutely. We've got math. We've got physics. We had songs. What a crew that brings it all. Wow. Jason Williams trucking his way up to the 33-yard line. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Matt Willson in the booth. Hall of Famer Matt Willson, quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs. 21 teams in this league, for those of you who don't know. We're in week 10 right now, trying to get our way up to season 12. We're in season 11 right now. Out route, left-hand side complete to Como. Easy first down up to the 26-yard line, and the clock continues to run as we tick under 7 seconds to go here. 49 viewers with us, now 50. Was up to 53 a minute ago.
I don't know. Max Paul is a defensive genius because, I mean, his defense is only allowed 7 points.
They only allowed 7 points this game, and only 3 when Alaska hosted the Sparrows back in week 3. So far, only his defense has only allowed 10 points to the Sparrows this season. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Against us, I mean, we were in the low point totals. I would love to see who has scored the most points against Alaska. Actually, Andy Hamilton's Vancouver Legion scored 20-something on him.
Play action. Cochran trying to get it down to Nordellis. Hit as he threw. Made a little duck come flying out of there. Brings up a 3rd down and 8. And fellow play-by-play commentator Rich Pratchard in the chat figured out a way to get that link that I tried seriously like 6 times. I didn't think about doing the dot as an actual dot. I typed dot. It said I couldn't do it. Thank you, Rich. That is our website link. Join us on Discord through there. Cochran back to throw. 5 receivers going towards the end zone. Complete and hauled in. Optimus Klein with his 2nd of the day. Now well over 200 yards. And Alaska is going to run away with this one.
That's old, Randy Moss, Megatron. You just pull. I mean, okay. So he's running just a go route and then turns into a fade. And that's just, Cochran beautifully throws it to the outside, and Clyde just goes up and grabs it.
Yeah, Ringgold tried his best to hop up and swat it away, but that just wasn't to be. Brad Bretchett comes on for the extra point. Optimus once again telling us how he likes to move it. Extra point is up and through. The Storm extend their lead 34-14, now a 3-score ball game over the Sioux Falls Sparrows.
This game's turned in a hurry. What was it? It was 14-7 at one point, Sioux Falls?
Yep. I think so. 14-10. I remember 14-10.
14-10, yeah. I think it was 14-7. It's getting ugly out there for Sioux Falls. To
stay more up to date than we obviously are on all the scores around the league, make sure you download the ScoreStream app. ScoreStream, an official sponsor of the SFL. With the ScoreStream app, either on the Google Play or Apple App Store, you can receive live scoring updates from the SFL. They are the league's official live scoring partner, where you can cheer, chat, and most importantly, you can stay up to date on all of the fast-paced action. Visit the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. You can download it today. Tyree to throw on 2nd down, complete. You see a wide receiver comparison, although I don't know if it's fair to say that that's actually a comparison. It's more
Optimus
of just
Klein.
I think that was more of just an explanation of why Alaska is winning.
Yeah, Optimus Klein has more stats than probably more catches, touchdowns, and yards than all of Sioux Falls wide receivers combined.
Klein approaching 1,300 yards on the season now with 8 touchdowns. Tyree hands the ball off to Hart, running around the right-hand side. Ooh, almost broke away, but couldn't quite get past that last defender. If he did, there was nothing but green grass in front of us. 3rd down and 2.
In front of us? Well, I guess there's a lot of green grass in front of us, but
in front of him.
That's what I thought you meant.
I'm reading and speaking at the same time, and my goodness, it's hard.
Life is hard.
3rd down and 2. Hart takes a handoff, running along the left-hand side, gets the 1st down, and a little bit more up to the 37-yard line. And, Colin Hart really is a huge part of the Sioux Falls offense. But you're down by 3 scores and there's 5 minutes to go. Do you think it's time to tell Hart, thanks, but we've got to put this on the back of Tyree now and start letting it fly?
Not so much in the, abandon the run game. You could still throw him the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
Sioux Falls has to have a big play in their playbook, and they need to pull it out now because that's not going to get it done.
That's not the one. Yeah, play action. I got excited when I saw the play action. I thought they might go deep, but Harrelson, gain of only 2, brings up a 2nd down and 8. More play action, and Tyree has time and throws a Matt Willson duck over to Craig Hearn. His second catch on the what? his second catch on the day. He brings up a 3rd down and 1. Andy Hamilton providing us the link to the Discord channel again in the chat. Thank you, Andy. And
better late than never.
Give me a wrench. 1st down and 10 up to the 42-yard line. I want the wrench. Sioux Falls no huddles. Play action. Tyree to throw. Quick pass over the middle into triple coverage is complete. 26-yard line, 1st down and 10. They hurry back to the line again.
I think we've seen this play before. Look out.
Oh, my goodness. Colin Hart leveled by DJ Majesty.
They got to have an audible in here or they're going to get destroyed.
Tyree throws out route to the right-hand side.
Maybe not.
And he's not out of bounds. 1st down and 10 up to the 12-yard line inside the red zone.
You know what they say, run it until they stop it. They haven't really stopped it yet.
Tyree throws out route. Sean Harrelson fighting his way in, and he's
touchdown
into the end zone for a Sioux Falls touchdown. Closing the gap a little bit, and Matt will probably see an onside kick coming here, I would imagine.
Always exciting. And no huddle might have been the best thing for him. Look at the extra effort by Harrelson here, just breaking a tackle, then just will not be denied the end zone.
Evan Carroll trying to tackle him short, and Harrelson just fighting his way through, gets into the end zone. Great game here in Liberty Park. Extra point is up and through. Alaska Storm 34, Sioux Falls Sparrows 21, and Matt, two score games still here. Onside kick coming. What does Sioux Falls need to do other than recover this onside kick? You
need to recover this onside kick.
More of that play action, more of maybe 4 or 5 wide. What do you think?
One step at a time. Let's
see what happens here first. Huh?
Yeah.
Is that kick easily recovered by the Alaska Storm, hauled in by Jose Aguilino again. That's favorite receiver on this Alaska Storm team.
He's on the wrong team. Come home, Jose. Tacos are really good in Mexico.
Man, we do eat well down there in Mexico City, don't we?
Oh yeah, we got nachos, we got
the burritos,
tacos, we got burritos, we got
Ramos Lynn throws together one amazing burrito. Offset I formation, ball is handed off to Jason Williams, 6 yards. My goodness, look at the stats for him today: 81 yards on 18 carries, and what is that? What is Klein saying? Well, if you guys want any more guys with wrenches. Oh, okay. I thought he was like threatening to throw wrenches. I got scared. Moving on. If you're looking for a way to help out in the league, or if you're new to the league and want to get your name known a little bit better for all the new people watching, we have a live stats team. And basically what the live stats team does is they watch the game along with the broadcasters, synced up with their feed. And we have a spreadsheet open, and we keep track of the stats that each player accumulates throughout the day, and it makes the broadcasters look good. Deep throw down the right sideline, swatted away. A.J. Levy and Andrew Nyberg in coverage. 3rd down and 4. But we definitely could use some help on the stats team, and always looking for more people to join it. And, it's not hard. If you're going to watch the games anyway, and you think you can help us out, simple math. You just, hey, he just got a 10-yard reception. He had 10 yards to his total and 1 to his receptions, and makes the broadcasters look smart. Without it, well, you've seen how today's game has gone. That pass complete up to the 30-yard line. Matt's sad that I made fun of him. Robert Merrill with the reception.
No, I was trying to say how key this 3rd down was before you were rambling on about the stats team. I know they're important, but if they had stopped him there, it would have forced him into a long field goal situation, and maybe a punt. Now, the timeout must be called.
Yeah. Could be too little too late as I'm rambling about the stats team. I'm sorry for promoting the league. 2-minute warning. Storm 34, Sparrows 21. And, this is it's kind of do or die now. 4-receiver set. Cochran changing the play at the line. Cochran will throw. Checks it down to Stanley Nordellis. Wrapped up and tackled, and Sioux Falls burns their first timeout of the half.
And that's fine. I mean, all Alaska needs to do here is not get sacked and not throw a pick and not lose yards by somebody somehow going the wrong way. And they kick the field goal, and then it's a 3-score game. So just play it safe.
Optimus Klein saying he might want to join the broadcast team. Yeah, I'd absolutely love to have Optimus Klein in the broadcast booth. That pass taken by Robert Merrill for a first down. Gets out of bounds, but that might be the final dagger that Alaska needed.
There's old Robert Merrill showing his face. Just getting that out route and just running for some good yardage.
So this week's not done yet. Coming up next.
Sunday.
Sunday at the Dome. Wait, not at the Dome. We were at the Dome yesterday, Matt.
It might be a dome.
I don't think it's a dome. If it's a dome, there's a hole in the dome because there's a 17-mile-an-hour wind in here. It blew away my hat. Jason Williams.
Coming up, it might be
no gain on the play. Oh, good point. It's not. Spoiler alert. So coming up next, if I can get this message out, I've tried 7 times now. Tallahassee, the Tallahassee Pride, undefeated Tallahassee Pride, head to Carolina in the nasty weather they're having down there.
Oh, Lordy.
To Raleigh, North Carolina. It looks like the game will avoid the weather just a little bit. Carolina Skyhawks host the Tallahassee Pride. Chris Curtis and Ramos Lynn on the call. That game starts at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And
8:30 Eastern.
8:30 Eastern. We're not going to go through all the time zones, though, Matt.
Eastern's the only one that matters anyway.
So that game's on Twitch. So for those of you who are new, you head over to twitch.tv, find the Simulation FL page, and you can join that broadcast as well. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Then tomorrow night is our Fan Night Game of the Week. It's our final game to close out Week 10 action. That game is the Baltimore Vultures. They will head to Queen City, which is Buffalo, New York, for all of you who think that Queen City is anywhere else. It's right here in Western New York, where Matt and I hail from. Queen City Corsairs will host the Baltimore Vultures. Cameron Irvine and Stephen Mullinex on the call there. That is bound to be an excellent game. Actually, both of those two games, Matt, are absolutely fantastic.
The famous Cameroon, we'll call that.
Cameroon Irvino, as you called him last week when he wasn't watching.
We're adopting him as a Mexican.
But he is watching now, just to let you know. Low snap, almost blocked. Field goal is up and through from 34 yards out. The Storm extend their lead 37-21 over the Sparrows. And Matt, the Sparrows played a great game. I mean, they were in this. Heck, they had the lead for most of the first half. And, you know, once they relinquished that lead, though, the Storm just put their foot on the gas and kind of ran away with this one at this point. But a good game played by the Sparrows.
They started out well, but there was a lot of mistakes from Alaska that they didn't take advantage of. They had 2 picks. They scored on the 1 pick six, but I don't believe they got any other points on the other 2. So opportunities missed, and Alaska was just a more consistent team on offense. Sioux Falls really couldn't move the ball on his defense. Not enough big plays. Colin Hart did his best, but if you don't have a passing game that can get you 8-10 yard chunks at a time, you're going to have a rough day at the office.
So the Sparrows take over on offense at their own 20-yard line. Andy Hamilton saying that he doesn't want to be a Mexican. Y'all lose too much. Hamilton allowed to throw some shade our direction after the Vancouver Legion steadily handled the Mexico City Aztecs earlier this week.
It's all right. You're not making the playoffs either.
Okay. Oh, man. So the Alaska Storm are going to advance to 9-0. Sioux Falls Sparrows will fall to 6-3. Both teams on the road next week. Sioux Falls heads to our beloved Mexico City. The Aztecs will host the Sparrows, and that game is going to have huge playoff implications, maybe even bigger than today's game, as everyone except for the Storm is fighting for position in the Western Conference. Alaska's going to head to Denver. Denver Night Wings hosting the Storm. I can't help but be depressed, Andy. Andy says, don't sound so depressed when you say it. It was a sad day when the Legion took us to the woodshed. 37 seconds to go here in this game.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to acknowledge the game. You're giving him too much ammo.
Mighty correcting me. They're going to 10-0, contrary to the graphics the truck put up on the screen. It says 8-0. I was just trying to do math. Mighty says no. Flag on the play.
Holding, number 22.
Holding on Colin Hart. Oh, no, I was holding on the defense. Defensive holding.
Boy, that's a rarity, but I guess if you're going to hold now. I guess you really don't have much to lose. Just guys going deep, you know, just hold them. You're up 37-21. Score a touchdown.
First and 10.
Julian Tyree with 179 yards and a touchdown on the day. Ron Cochran well over 300 yards.
Efficient, but just not enough risks.
That pass hauled in by the tight end. Can never have too many throws to the tight end. You should try it more, man. Tyree spikes the ball to stop the clock with 21 seconds to go. Look at that, Matt. Andy Hamilton says we were nice at the convention. I must not have been myself that day.
You weren't on your best game.
Well, you know, first impressions and all. We'll see what happens the next time we see Mr. Hamilton. He says he might come visit us here in Western New York, Matt. I'm excited about that opportunity, maybe for the playoffs.
I'll bring the raid.
Get the three of us in a booth together for a playoff game.
That's one full house.
Oh,
cut it out.
If you could. Oh, the poor ref. Down he goes again. That ref.
He's got a family.
Children.
But
illegitimate children.
Sioux Falls, maybe it's ref 66. In that case, take that guy out.
I think it's R62 that you hate, Matt. Final score here in Liberty Park. Alaska Storm 37, Sioux Falls Sparrows 21. As you look at the team comparison stats, as right on cue they go away. Alaska over 400 yards of offense. And just a very impressive day on both sides of the ball for the Storm. They started off a little slow, but got going in the second half and ran away with it. Matt, what are your final thoughts on today's game?
Like I said, Alaska started off slow, but they found their consistency and just picked the Storm apart, or the Sparrows apart. There's a nice throw by Cochran right in the back of the end. Oh, and on that great diving grab. I mean, they just made the bigger plays. Sioux Falls had two big plays early on in the game, but then they just got completely shut out. So I'm not going to give too much advice. We play Sioux Falls next week, so just keep your playbook and see you next week.
Colin Hart with 122 yards on the day. Still, you know, regardless of anything that may have happened today, my vote. Do I get a vote? But he would be my vote for
no.
offensive. Thank you. Offensive Rookie of the Year for sure. But this is the first game of the season. It took 10 weeks, but first game of the season that Colin Hart got over 100 yards, and the Sparrows still lost. So definitely not what they were hoping for as they went up against the Storm a second time. They head to Mexico City next week, where they were previously shut out. Optimus Klein, our player of the game, 214 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a better performance this week than he did last week, and he had a monster game last week. So that wraps up everything from us here in Sioux Falls. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Appreciate everybody being here today. Please click the like button on your way out the door. This has been a presentation of the SFL presented by APM Music. I am Mike Daggs along with Matt Willson, and we both wish you well. Thank you very much for joining us, and be sure to tune in to Twitch tonight for our Sunday night broadcast. Have a great one, everybody.